And now it's Sand King's time. So another really fun hero to play, offlaner of course. The hero that kind of always makes you being on the lookout. He's not gonna be entering fight like your usual offlaners. In a way, he is gonna be standing somewhere hidden, maybe for the first couple of seconds. Let's just do this. Get his ult going, and then he's just gonna blink in and, you know, do that stuff, do the stun. If he feels like it's not a favorable fight for him to stand like revealed and hit, just gonna go Sandstorm. This does AoE damage anyways, it hides you. So that is how you're gonna be playing Sand. So with Sand, boots, you can do whatever with boots. People like to go travel. Some people like to get arcane boots for more mana, because especially if you're playing lane, you'll be spamming Sandstorm, you'll be spamming stuns. Especially if you can kill somebody, maybe you're just escaping. That's why some people like arcane boots. But with any heroes, like I said, with ults like this, you'll be always getting blink. Blink is the main item that you'll be getting, maybe even immediately after boots, because once you hit level 6, you can already pull the combo. So you hit level 6, let's say you found some early blink, you're already good to go with ult and jumping in, because the problem with ult is, see how it fills up. It is kind of slow on the more slowish side. It takes a lot to prepare, and then you need to be able to move around as well to get the full pulse value on the enemy team. You'll have your stun, but maybe something happened with the stun. I don't know, maybe stun is on cooldown, maybe you can use it properly, whatever the reason is. Opening the ult and then blinking in is the perfect way for Sand. If you don't have Black King, and if there's like somebody that's really aware and waits to disable you or stun hex you, whatever it is. So one item that's almost always made is Scepter. Gives you even more range on this. Automatically, anybody that you stun, you inject poison in them. So let's say they die, they explode, they do some nice AoE. It's kind of all about the AoE with Sand as well. Scepter is also always pretty much always good item for offlaners usually. Stats, it's mana, it's health. So with Sand, it's just a really good addition. Pretty much you casting one pulse of ult every 700 units that you move around. So he does like a... Did he equip? Yeah. So whenever you move like 700 units, he casts a small pulse. I don't know why.
Of course.
This is so weird. He's not casting, he's not doing the animation. Anyways, so you're gonna be moving a lot around. You're gonna be stunning, using stuns and all of that. It's like a really good addition. So if you wanna get shard, people even get shard really early, actually. So you can decide on that. You would probably always get it later on, anyways. So the next item that you would like to make after, let's say you got boots, let's say you got blink. Lotus Orb looks great on Sand, because again, you'll be doing all of that stuff. You'll always be in the middle of a fight. Why not just give yourself or anybody Lotus Orb so you can like take all the incoming stuff and reflect back. There's also Black Ink. Black Ink can be used in a way where you just you don't want to use any of these and then blink in. You kind of lose sometimes a pulse or two, depending. With blink, you can just do your stun and pop the blink and then start doing this. That'll of course require everybody to kind of, I mean not everybody, some people from your team to control the enemy team to kind of keep him in. If you want to do it like that and get like all of the epicenters in secure way, that's the more riskier way. It's usually just when you already done this and the pulses are going, then you kind of press the Black King and keep going with your stuns and just keep hitting them, and if you need, you escape into Sandstorm. You can do that. Shiva is kind of the same way with, I would say, like a Shaker does. It's just another really nice AoE. Let's say you open with this, you blink in, the pulses are going, you're using stun, you're using Shiva, it's a lot of AoE damage, they're stunned. If you need to hide quickly, Sandstorm is also an option. So also if anybody dies, they get this like poison AoE, explode on everybody else. So there's a lot of potential to do like great AoE stuff with Sand. That's what it is. It's a really fun hero to play. People that play him well, they play him. It's really, really fun if you know how to play him well. Some other stuff that I saw being made that I don't make personally, or I really can't remember last time I made it. There can be Sage and Kaya and Sage, because all of the stuff, right? It amplifies everything. It's not a bad option at all. I guess you can just decide. And there's also always Heart for Sand. Heart is being made, I'd say more made than not. But if you have Black Ink and you have all of this, you're kind of doing your job 3 times much anyways, right? You're using Pulses, you're blinking in, using Shiva, using Stun, using Sandstorm. It's kind of like one of those heroes when if you get this going adult, it doesn't happen much more, it's fine. Because you pretty much did what you were supposed to do. Heart kind of gives you all of the stuff after you being able to fight, being more annoying, getting reloads on all of this. But yeah, I guess you can decide. Shiva can also be Assault, but I don't like Assault that much. Like I said, I just like this. Oh, one item that I forgot. Yeah, people also sometimes get them Radiance. Right, Radiance can go with the whole team as well. So a bunch of stuff that works with Sand. Blink, of course, into Overwhelming. So even Blink becomes the AoE. You got Blink AoE, you got AoE in the ult, you got Shiva AoE. Maybe there's even Radiance AoE. This kind of AoE, right? If they line up, they can always line up kind of, so you can hit more of them. So yeah, that's pretty much Sand. Just blink in and do as much as you can with spells. If you die, you die. That's it. People are gonna expect much more from you anyways. Just don't mess the ult. People really hate if you mess the ult or if you just die before casting this. So just try to get it off however you can, even if it's not that great. Just try to get it and get at least some value going. For the talent trees, oh yeah, on the lane, I'd say it'd be maxing the poison and the Sandstorm. So doing AoE early, and then every time you last hit a mob, it explodes. And so especially if enemy on that lane is melee, they're gonna feel all of that damage every time you last hit if they don't want to move. So this can be incredibly annoying to try to be there, to try to deny, or so I would say always try to max this on the lane and get some points into Sandstorm, maybe 1 point into stun. That's pretty much it. So here, of course, the Sandstorm DPS. This works at all times anyways. Second one, I would say, this one is tough actually. Sandstorm Radius can be great. It can also be really useless if the fights are always like somebody moving around, if the fights are very dynamic. This is not that great. And I would say more caustic finale damage. It helps you much more with pushing lanes. And it also gets much more damage if anybody hitting by this explodes and does AoE to other heroes. So maybe this is more like a more secure guaranteed value at all times than Sandstorm Radius. So I would actually say probably the left one. Level 21, I would take the stun cooldown. Epicenter Radius is also it's a nice buff, but you have blink pretty much. In a team fight, unless it's something crazy like 4 ranged, The main ones are always gonna be in the center anyways. So the ones that you really need to hit, you will hit anyways with the epicenter if you know how to move around. So radius might be just completely useless for you, and you being able to do all of the stuff with ult and this, and then having the stun reload faster, that might just be the better value. But yeah, it just depends. Maybe you just want to try to hit everybody, even those guys in the back, immediately with ult. So yeah, that's about for all 20. And the last one, of course, Epicenter Pulses. You want to get as much AoE damage as possible. That is your job. Just get more pulses and everybody will be happy. Sand just runs around, pulses around them, all the AoE exploding. They're full panic. If they don't have Black Kings, they're dead. And yeah, that's it. Always the right one. And that's it for Sand. Oh yeah, kinda. Okay, I don't know about this, but sometimes, like, couple of times I saw people with refresher. Now I really don't know about refresher, but I guess when you're done jumping in and your Black King kind of wears off, maybe you just wanna press it immediately. Like, okay, let's say you open with your blink in. So that is slowly expiring. You're not using Black King anyways. Maybe you just want to press it, do the refresher, and then make another one combined with the stun. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff to do with Sand. So yeah, there's also a refresher option, I guess. I think it takes a lot of button mashing, maybe, potentially. You being aware, you being fast with fingers, enemies kind of being stuck. Item is also very high price, costs a lot. Maybe you don't even have mana. I mean, look at the mana. It's 3, 5, 7, like, yeah, actually, if this is not something like Arcane Boots, or maybe you don't have Shiva, you even have mana problems actually with this, so yeah. Be careful with refresher memes, as always. So yeah, guys, that's the Sand. Really fun hero, you can have a lot of fun. It just needs a bit of practice, needs a bit of timing on the ult and blink combo, but that's it. Then you can enjoy the fun parts. And I'll see you guys on the next one.